Amazon layoffs. Yep. Not just Amazon, but AWS are making layoffs. You see the headline right here. Let me highlight it for you. Amazon layoffs. Tech giant to slash 10% of staff, 25% of principal level roles at risk, claims U.S. influencer. Let me read this part right here. Tech layoffs. Amazon Web Services, AWS division gave hundreds of employees the pink slip from its cloud unit earlier this week. The major wave of job cuts comes just weeks after CEO Andy Jassy stated that AI will likely reduce the need for certain roles across Amazon. You know what's crazy? After reading that, I made this YouTube channel back in 2021, something like that. About like 5 years ago, right? 4 or 5 years ago. And I was one of the first ones to talk about how AI is going to replace so many software engineers and developers. I made so many videos about that. And I didn't predict this information, but just reading articles and watching a lot of videos. And the information is coming from the actual companies looking to reduce, humans as workers because of machines. Basically, people were coming for my neck because it's almost like, what do you know about software engineering and or developer when you don't even work as a coder? Like, it's like, what do you know? You know nothing. You're just talking out of your butt type of thing. This is just fear mongering, doom and gloom type videos, talking crazy. No type of real credibility because, you know what I mean? So, to this day, some people are still talking this way. And the sad part to me is some people just can't seem to accept reality. You much rather live in denial. You can't basically accept not just the reality, but just to be aware that this is taking place. You much rather not be aware, but the opposite. I'm just here to put out awareness. Me putting out this video and reading parts of this article is just for you to be aware. I've done it years ago. This to me goes way beyond just Amazon and AI and all this stuff. To me, what people really should be thinking about more is understanding like there's not going to be many jobs in the future. It's just not going to be, right? Of course, there'll be jobs available, but not too many. And that means a lot of these repetitive type jobs, it's not even tech, but just repetitive type work that a machine could handle and perform better than humans, that's going to be, it is currently our reality. Have you been to Taco Bell? Have you been to Walmart? Have you been to the airport? Have you been to like your latest clinic for a checkup? A bunch of kiosk machines are either checking or just helping you check out or place an order or sign in. Hope you got all that. If you're at a grocery store like Walmart, you can self-checkout. If you're at a clinic, you can sign in with your ID before you see your nurse or doctor. If you're at Taco Bell, you can place the order on a kiosk and check. All this means that we are currently living this time where machines have replaced the human being already. And now we're seeing white collar jobs are being replaced by machines. And there's not much talk about that. There's not much talk about that. This came out 3 days ago. This information. Let's read another article about the same exact thing. I already read some already. As you can see, it's already highlighted. AWS layoffs confirmed as Amazon makes difficult decisions, obviously. Amazon layoffs, job cuts across AWS cloud division. This was released 6 days ago. 6 days ago. 6 days ago. Brand new information, basically. The New York Post. Let's read this one. New York Post. New York Post. Amazon slashing hundreds of jobs at AWS. Get out of here. Ad. Oh my God, ad's going crazy here. Anyway. Yeah. Amazon slashing hundreds of jobs at AWS cloud unit. Month after CEO says AI will spur layoffs. You have been replaced already. A lot of software engineers have been replaced already. A lot of you have been replaced. At my job, we use automation all the time. It's just what I do for a living does require some type of physical labor. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. In order for me to lose my job from AI, it has to be physical AI. Someone has to physically perform my job where you're taking an elevator to go see someone, to troubleshoot. You are in someone's office. You are taking the stairs sometimes to go do something. You are taking something out of a box. You're taking cables and plugging it inside some port physically. That's what I do for a living. I'm safe. My job is safe. Amazon cut at least hundreds of jobs in its Amazon Web Services cloud computing unit on Thursday. Two sources said just a month after CEO Andy Jassy warned that adoption of generative AI tools would trigger a workforce reduction. Oh my God. Amazon, which employs 1.6 million full and part-time workers globally, as of the end of March, has joined a growing list of firms, including Microsoft, Meta, and CrowdStrike, in announcing layoffs this year. All tech companies. If you've been paying attention, right? If you have been paying attention for years on this channel, you would understand that all this really means, this is to me way beyond AI and automation. If you have been paying attention, what this really means, or what this is really trying to explain to people subtly, is at some point human beings are going to have to start building or creating their own operations to earn capital. People are going to be forced to build their own operations. Won't be easy, but that's going to be a very big trend for a lot of people. You won't really have a choice but to do so, whatever it is. I'm not sure what type of operation in what field, I don't know, but that's the mindset, is to start building for yourself multiple streams of income. Not just that either, right? Not just that either. But also, I think this is going to affect the 9-to-5 practice or idea of working Monday through Fridays, 9 to 5. That's going to also affect that as well, for the good and bad reasons. What I mean by that is it's going to affect the amount of hours you work at a job. Now it's going to be about you being paid for basically providing some type of solution, right? If you can fix something, they'll pay you for that. That's going to be the future. It won't be based on hourly pay. It'll be paid. It'll be based on what can you provide to companies. How can you fix our problem? And we'll pay you for that. Not hourly, but what type of solutions you could provide to whomever to fix a problem or fix problems. Depending how big the problem is, that's how much they'll pay you for your service. That's going to be a future also because of AI. So no longer will you be paid hourly or as a salary as well as a software engineer, but you'll be paid on fixing things depending how big the issue is and how long it takes you for you to solve that problem or problems for whatever company. Hope I'm making sense. If I'm talking crazy, I'm so sorry, but I think ahead a lot. And I do think the 9-to-5 setup is going to go away. It has to. At this point, it has to go away. It doesn't make any sense anymore. You can make way more money doing the opposite of 9-to-5 by just providing great solutions to companies and charge them so much money because you have the tools to fix their problems. Almost like a contractor, basically. An independent contractor, which is your own business. If you have the skills, the tools to do so. So this means people have to start upping their skills to figure out how could you provide solutions to companies or to whatever. No more 9-to-5, no more salary, no more hourly pay. That will go away at some point. Or if not go away, it'll just change the whole structure of that practice. Working 9-to-5, Monday through Fridays, it'll be affected. Many corporations are increasingly using artificial intelligence to write code for their software and adopting AI agents to automate routine tasks as they look to save costs and cut reliance on people. You're done. I was right 5 years ago. I was right 5 years ago. Most software engineers and developers have been replaced by AI. Not all of you. Many of you have. I just read it right here. That's crazy. That's crazy. We've made the difficult business decision to eliminate some roles across particular teams in AWS. The Amazon spokesperson said in an emailed statement, these decisions are necessary as we continue to invest, hire, and optimize resources to deliver innovation for our customers. I mean, you can read this for yourself. Just know, we are now living in a time where machines are now writing code. That job was once for a software engineer and developer. Now you are obsolete. You don't have to be obsolete in terms of finding a job in tech. My thing is, like I said before, it's time to up your skills to provide solutions to companies. You will be forced to build your own business. You won't really have a choice but to. You won't have a choice but to do so. How can you fix our problems? And if you have the solution, charge the hell out of them. That's the future. No longer are they looking to take care of you in terms of providing benefits healthcare, dental, vision, 401k plans, pensions, stocks, food. That's gone. They can save and make way more money without the human being now, especially software engineers and developers. I'm safe. I work in IT. My job, I keep saying this, my job is almost like basically someone that works in construction or a police officer, roofing, electrician, plumbing, almost like a trade, right? But what I'm trying to say is what I do for a living, it requires physical labor. That means I have to set up something physically. I have to take something out of a box or take cables and plug inside some kind of port, take the elevator to go meet someone in their office to troubleshoot something, take the stairs to go see someone. Physical labor. Machines are not there yet. It won't be here for the next 40, 50 years. It's just not, it's not realistic. It's not. So I'm good. We use automation at my job right now, but someone has to still physically be there to perform the role. So I'm fine. As for a lot of people, such as engineers and developers, managers, customer service people, cashiers, soon doctors and lawyers, artists, replaced. A machine can perform your job now, and that's the truth. It goes beyond tech. It goes beyond tech, right? Like I said, if you have been paying attention, you will also realize that companies don't lay off because it's something personal. They lay off because it's a business move to earn more capital, not for them, but for their investors and shareholders. It's all about them. Keep them happy. The place is in business. The employee doesn't provide anything, but just you need someone to take care of you. They don't need you anymore. They just don't. Anyway, I post on LinkedIn, I post on TikTok, I post on IG daily. Feel free to reach out to me on those platforms if you wish to do so. If you're looking to get into IT, especially IT support, let me know. I can help you with that. If you have any questions, let me know. My name is Ario D Juice. I also have an email list available on my website called juicytech.com. Basically, all the information that I just shared with you could be discovered in the box below this video. Down there, the box below is where all the information is. So next time, hope this was entertaining, hope it was valuable, and hope you got some really good information from this video. In the meantime, peace out. Thanks for watching.